and this is Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Hey there, Colorado cross country fans. Welcome to this week's edition of Spiked Up. As always, I'm Bobby Reyes, and I'm going to be your host. Now, league championships across the state. The colors are popping. The trees are changing colors. It is officially autumn, and we are 3 weeks away from the 2025 Colorado Cross Country Championships. On that note, that means big things are happening across the state. But before we get rolling, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Niwot Market. The Niwot Market is proud to present the Robert Merrill Steele Memorial Scholarship Fund. This is a wrestling scholarship given to the Colorado high school wrestler who exemplifies strong work ethic, selflessness, teamwork, and commitment to community. If you are interested in donating to this scholarship fund, you can either purchase one of these really awesome mugs at the Niwot Market, or you can simply donate. All right, as mentioned, plenty to talk about. Let's run around the state. Starting at the Air Academy Cadet Invitational, it was a cadet sweep of the individual races. On the girls' side of things, Kimora Cooper and Jordan Banta going 1-2, with Kimora running 18:02 and Jordan finishing second in 18:11. Boys' side of the race, Carson Smith took this one for Air Academy, ran away running a 15:32. Moving along to the Rocky Mountain League Championships, Riverdale Ridge's Peyton Menike ran away with the girls' race. She ran a 17:30. This was a 90-second victory, complete domination. On the topic of complete domination, the Boulder boys, they tallied a perfect 15, led by Lucas Wicks 16:01. 1-5 split, 16 seconds. That was only outdone by one other team this year, or two teams, this weekend, and I'll get to that here in 1 minute. The Patriot League Championships, it was Delaney Reuter doing Delaney Reuter things. Picked up another dominating victory, 17-10 for the win here. On the topic of domination and these height team races, CSML South League Championships, Coronado boys with a perfect 15 led by Oliver Horton, 16:33. But the most impressive stat about this performance here was their 1-5 split was an insane 1 second. I don't think it gets any better than that. Yes, you heard me right. 1 second, 1-5 split for the Coronado boys. They all ran between 16:33 and 16:34. That's just an insane stat for the weekend. Moving along to the Centennial League Championships, it was Cherry Creek's Emily Cohen who took the victory here. She ran 17:57. Cherokee Trail's Maddie Lang was a close second in 18:05, which was just ahead of Arapahoe's Maeve Vancic. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. She ran 18:06. Boys' side of the race, Cherry Creek, Nicholas Rosman took the title, ran 16:07. Moving along to the Northern Conference Longs Peak Championships, Thompson Valley's Trent Gabrielson took a tight win over Fort Collins Cadell Ruthven, 15:28 to 15:29. That's a tight one. On the girls' side of things, it was Fossil Ridge's Avery Brittam who took the girls' race, running 18:05, and Fort Collins Delaney Johns was second in 18:11. Now, probably one of the most controversial meets of the week, and I always say controversial just because I know there's going to be a lot of buzz around this one. The Warrior Lincoln Park Classic, Summit's Jay McDonald torched a U.S. number 2, 14:18 to win this one. Dylan Blair was second, 14:28. But unfortunately, this one comes with a little bit of an asterisk. After digging through some Strava accounts, it is confirmed that the course looked to be closer to 3 miles rather than 3.1. What that means is the times that we're seeing here, maybe we can add roughly 30 to 35 seconds depending on boys or girls races. And again, that's a rough estimate. Regardless of that estimate, let's pretend we're going to add 30 seconds to McDonald's 14:18. That's still a sub 14:50 clocking. Still a very impressive performance coming out of him. But yes, this one definitely caught my eye because that actually at the time of running it was a nation leading time. But again, confirmed on Strava, it looks to be a little bit short, but regardless of that, still an incredible performance by Jay. All right, let's go to the Granite Peaks Championships, where it was the Niwot show. All right, starting with the boys race, it was Hunter Robbie and Rocco Culpepper taking this one into the final 600 meters. Anyone who's watching this race probably was thinking almost what I'm thinking. We're seeing a very familiar scene here with Rocco hovering over someone's shoulder, just waiting to kick. He unleashed his trademark kick, but the unexpected happened. Hunter Robbie turned into Robbie the Hunter once more. Reverse kick down his teammate Rocco to get him at the line, running 15:02.66 to win this one in a course record. Culpepper was second in 15:02.76. Quinn Sullivan made it a 1-2-3 for Niwot, finishing third in 15:11. And closing out Niwot scoring was freshman Jude Ritzenhein, who is their fifth runner on the day, finishing seventh overall in 15:13. Obviously, Niwot took this one in an impressive team victory, putting all seven inside the top 11 and tallying 18 points. Of additional note, looking at those 1 through 5 splits, as mentioned earlier, Niwot's 1 through 5 split here was just 11 seconds. That's kind of, again, showing why they are the #1 team in the country right now. All right, moving along to the girls' race. Andrew McMahon's song, Shot Out of a Canyon, was literally ringing in my ears the entire time that Addie Ritzenhein was racing around the course, because she quite literally shot out of a cannon when that gun went off. Soloed a 17:05. This was a 51-second victory and a dominating course record. Completely ran away with this one in her second real race of the season. Very impressive performance from her. She also mentioned that she's only about 3 weeks into training. You know, we've got some big races in front of us coming here at the state meet, NXR, NXN, lots to be excited about.
With this being like my second real race of the season, I really wanted to practice getting out hard for those races later in the season. So that's something me and my coach talked about, getting out pretty hard. And so I was like, might as well just go for it, like from the start. There's like nothing to lose. So it was fun. And then we got to like the downhill like last mile or so, and it was like a lot of momentum, which is nice. So I definitely have some skills and fitness to build, but like as of right now, I'm very, very excited where I'm at, and I could see a bright future and postseason ahead. So I think I'm on this is coming off of week 3 of my training right now, because I was cross training for a little bit. So I'm very happy with where I'm at, and I definitely still have some skills to build and fitness to build. So
on the topic of that, Anna Prock took second to give Niwot the 1-2 finish here. Niwot girls take the team victory, dominating once more. All right, one more runner of additional note here. Broomfield freshman Savannah Fernandez held her own in a sea of Cougars, finished third here, running 18:04. Very impressive performance coming out of the Broomfield freshman. All right, that about wraps up this week's edition of Spiked Up. As always, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more interviews and more editions of Spiked Up in the coming weeks. We've obviously got more league championships coming. We've got regionals coming up. We've got the state meet in 3 weeks. Plenty to be excited about, and you can catch all the action right here on Spiked Up pretty much every Saturday night. And one more shout out to the sponsor, the Niwot Market, and I'll see you on the course.
Doing it all for you, my Lewis. I'm just getting started. Doing it all for you, my Lewis. So I show you spot.